my name is Madeline Bruce, this is Crash Course Social Justice, and today we're going to be talking about gender issues, particularly in Silicon Valley. This is an issue that I'm especially passionate about. Oh, Miss Bruce! I know why the subject pertains to you, because you're a woman, and because you have an iPhone, an iPad, and a computer that all come from Silicon Valley. Oh, me from the past, you put it so simply. Yes, those are valid reasons why this would apply to me, but basically, I'm here today to communicate the fact that gender equality is an issue that's relevant to everyone, regardless of your race, gender, or ethnicity, and it's something that everyone should be educated about, especially if we could do anything to fix it. So, gender inequality. So what's really all the hoopla about this subject? Let's look at the facts. Women can vote and they have a say in political matters. Women have access to contraception, have control over their own bodies. Women get paid the same as men. I'm sorry, wait, what? Stan just informed me that women actually don't get paid the same as men. Stan, it's the 21st century. Well then, obviously there are still some holes when it comes to the quest for gender equality, but basically today we're going to focus on what's going on right here in Silicon Valley. Let's go to the thought bubble. So when Silicon Valley first became the worldwide stage for technological ingenuity in the 1990s, it was seen as a glorious land that journalists nationwide named as, quote, the quintessence of the American dream, where people rarely care about what school you attend, your ethnic background, or your family pedigree. They just want proof of IQ. However, this really only applied to you if you were a white, straight male. So shocker, women were not able to enjoy in some of the many privileges that early Silicon Valley seemed to exhibit. Let's take a look at some statistics from today. A study from 2017 from the Center of Investigative Reporting found that only 26.6% of executives at Facebook are female. And NVIDIA, another big name in the tech field, comes in first place for the Gender Inequality Award with only 11.5% of their executives being female. So congrats, NVIDIA, for being the best at being the worst. Looks like it's time for the mystery quote. The rules of this game are simple. I have to guess the correct speaker of the mystery quote, or else, well, I basically just feel a little inadequate in my knowledge. And today our mystery quote reads, women would complain about it, men would nod their heads, but when you would try to get them in front of a camera or on the record saying it, no one would say what they really thought. At a certain point, I became baffled by how a progressive industry would have such inequality. It really is staggering. Well, obviously the speaker is knowledgeable about the subject. It's probably a she, and it's gotta be recent. Is it Emily Chang regarding her latest book, Brotopia? Yes! Emily Chang's Brotopia exposes first-hand accounts of injustices in Silicon Valley as she focuses on the sexual harassment women face in various work engagements. And her quote just goes to show that gender inequality is an issue that too few little executives are able to openly talk about or even just acknowledge that it exists. So what's really the root cause of gender inequality in the tech world? Well, studies from Stanford University, including Stanford professor Cecilia Ridgway, have identified two major elements. The first element is what Ridgway coins as the gender frame. In other words, the automatic sex categorization of others. Basically, this idea goes in line with traditional gender norms such as pink for girls and blue for boys. Further, the gender frame also affects the education spectrum, as math and science, subjects also frequently used in the tech world, are associated with men, and English and history are associated with women. Not sure where this idea came from. I personally know some guys who are pretty bad at math. The second element is the misconception of what makes a good leader. Now, this is an interesting one. So good leaders are often thought of as being confident, assertive, or even authoritative. However, when women possess these attributes, they're seen as intimidating or bossy, or even just straight up bitchy. Given the effects of the gender frame and the misconception of what makes a good leader, it's no wonder that women are having a difficult time acquiring executive positions, especially in the tech industry. Alright, now I could sit here all day and spit facts about the negatives of the situation. However, what really matters is what's being done to fix it. Better Brave is one startup by a group of women that focuses to be a hub for female workers who have encountered sexual harassment that also helps them confront and deal with such injustices in their workplace. In addition, SheWorks is another company that is comprised of female entrepreneurs who are in the process of creating an online database that allows women and others to report and expose inappropriate behavior by investors in Silicon Valley as well as other technology centers. So hey, thanks to progressive organizations such as Better Brave and SheWorks, perhaps there is a little hope for the future. So if there's anything that I hope you take away from this video are what I like to call the essential E's. The first essential E is education. You must be educated and knowledgeable about what's going on and the issues presented within our society regarding gender inequality. The second E is empathy. It's important to understand and feel for how women and other marginalized groups are treated. The last E is eagerness. You must be eager to create change and create awareness of what's happening and, more importantly, how to stop it. With a combination of the essential E's, those again being education, empathy, and eagerness, we are sure to combat the injustices and support a future that advocates for the equality of all genders in all fields of work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. The concepts, the music, and theatrical elements of this video were initially created by John Green's Crash Course videos on YouTube. This particular video was directed by Stan or Kimberly Desjardins and is created for the Junior Social Justice Project. Thanks again for watching, and as we say in my hometown, don't forget to be awesome.